Later this week, a website for the Trump Gold Card will be up and running. It's dubbed trumpcard.gov. People interested in buying a golden U.S. visa as part of the EB-5 Immigrant Investor Program, well, it's for $5 million can register for the card. Joining us to discuss this and so much more is Mr. Ali Jangari, CEO and founder of EB-5 Investors Magazine, back here on the Live Zone. Good to see you, sir. Welcome back to the show.
Great to be back, Guy. Thank you.
So let's jump into this. After much talk, it looks like it is finally, and dare I say, finally here. But I want you to refresh our minds, if you will. For folks that are hearing about this yet again, how did we get to this point, and what exactly can we expect?
Well, it's quite interesting, actually. I was looking at trumpcard.gov, and it was registered actually March 2025. And the gold card is a unique process because it's different than the EB-5 program. It lowers the actual deficit every time someone spends $5 million and purchases the gold card. Whereas the EB-5 program produces 10 jobs and is sold for $800,000 a year.
All right, so Ali, I got to ask you, for those that say, hey, you know what, this is a sham, this is just going to allow any and everyone into our country that actually has the cash in order to do so, what say you, sir, about that?
You know, there's AML, there's a lot of protections. It takes about 6 months for people to actually get completely screened to come through. You know, Homeland Security is the one who actually looks at this. So it's like any other immigration program. So we should not worry about that aspect.
All right, so what about those who say the U.S. has not, in essence, vetted everyone who actually applies? I would argue perhaps that's not the case. Obviously, we are talking about the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, you're vetting the right people to come into the country to invest their resources, their capital. It's good immigration, it's good policy. Senator Rand Paul was talking about this as well, saying, hey, we need this type of immigration in our country. This is the type of thing that creates jobs, brings in money, creates programs. A lot of different projects were created with this money, and it's important to bring this money in.
You touched on money, and so I have to ask you, how much money do you think this will generate for the country overall?
Well, if you look at the history of investment immigration, every year it's about 50,000 people buy citizenship across the globe for different programs. The Trump administration is saying it's going to, sell 1,000 or 2,000. It's going to bring in X billion dollars. But right now in the market, they're selling 50,000 globally a year. So you can decide what you think it's going to be compared to the other programs.
Yeah, it reminds me of a TV show where they said more money, more money, more money. In this case, a lot of money. I guarantee you that. Has any other country done this before in the past, to our knowledge?
Yeah, it's actually started in the 80s with St. Kitts and Nevis, and they sold this for 250,000, and it comprised of 30% of their GDP actually. So it's been a great program in other countries. Singapore does this, New Zealand does this right now. They have a $3 million program. The UK has done this in the past. Malta had a $1 million program they sold for EU citizenship, and it actually contributed a lot to the GDP.
So, Ali, we'll end with this, and that is, if I happen to be a betting man, and I know we're talking about money, but I'm willing to bet that when it all is said and done, it's a thumbs up from you with regard to the Trump Gold Card.
You know, Guy, we do this day and night. We sell the $800,000 EB-5 program, and it works. It brings people into the country. One of the things that's done recently is helped with the H-1B folks. It converts H-1B into EB-5 because they're running out of quota. All these tech companies need skilled workers, and we're sending them back. And now they're using the EB-5 program and saying, hey, my NVIDIA stock or whatever went up this much. Why not just use an EB-5 and stay in the country? So it's good for our economy. It's good for our highly skilled folks, and it's good for investment. I give it a thumbs up.
I told you, I'm a betting man. In that case, I just hit the jackpot. Ali, folks that want to find out more information about you, sir, how would one go about to do so?
Yeah, eb5investors.com is real, and it helps you navigate through the whole process.
Good stuff. Truly appreciate you coming back on the Fox 5 Live Zone. We have been speaking with Ali Jangari, CEO and founder of EB-5 Investors Magazine. We'll chat soon, sir.
Thank you, Guy.